Hiya! Welcome back to Lefty's Fabrication. Today we are working on our 2012 Dodge Avenger race car project, and I currently am trying to figure out what all these fuses go to. I don't know, because Dodge, in all their infinite wisdom, has decided to not include a diagram on the inside of the lid, like everyone else. It's okay, I have a phone, but terrible reception. So, it's going well. How's your day? It really is beyond me why you wouldn't just include a diagram on the bottom of the lid. It just makes sense. I don't have to do this, you know? Luckily I found a website that has a thing and I can look at it. Let's see, radiator fan relay. Doesn't have a sunroof. Auto shutdown relay. What's an auto shutdown relay? Ooh, I don't need that. Yoink, no more radio. What is an auto shutdown? There's two relays for auto shutdown. Ooh, anti-lock brakes, that one needs to go away. It's this big one. Whoop. And this one. See, no more mirrors. Well, if I were to go ahead and tell the truth, I have to go and say that I have not really been able to do anything for the last, like, 4 or 5 days. Because my entire family, including one of my dogs, is sick. So I haven't really been up to the task of going and getting more material for this car. But while we're here, we might as well clean up some of this wiring. Oh man, what a... Hopefully, I'll find something else to do after that. I've been fumbling with this harness for a little while now. You know, I coiled it up in here, tried to make it look nice, but there's just so much of it. I just don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put it all. How about the garbage can? Oh, look how much nicer that is. I know the right way to do this would be to put a little, crimped end on here so it doesn't arc out on stuff and so it doesn't corrode. And I very well could do that. But I also have a roll of electrical tape. And I'm pretty sure I've already taken all of the fuses out for all of these wires anyway. So here's my plan. I'm going to put a little piece of electrical tape on the end of each one of them, and then I'm going to wrap the crap out of them, and then I'm going to forget that I did that. See, isn't that working out so nicely? If anybody sees me doing something sketchy, or, something that doesn't seem like it would be safe, or, something that may or may not be a violation of the rules, then please do let me know. Leave a comment. I will see it. I'm not out to cheat. Obviously, everything that I've done to this car so far has been on YouTube, so transparency is pretty obvious. I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm not trying to do anything that is against the rules. I just want to make the best car I possibly can. So, I'm not out to make enemies, so if any of my fellow drivers see me doing something that they don't think is, kosher as far as the rules go, please do let me know. I will review the rules, and I will take care of it. I've got all the wiring buttoned up in the front and in the booty, so I think it's time to start making the number plate. Should go around here somewhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to make it out of. Look what I found out laying in the grass. Do I know what it goes to? No. But this is the upside of having a junkyard out behind my shop that my neighbors absolutely hate. Sorry, neighbors. But it comes in handy. I don't know what it's for. I don't know why I was keeping it, but I am going to use it for my number plate. It's obviously a little bit too big. I only have to make a number plate 12 inches by 16 inches, so I'm going to go a little bit overkill. This is about 19 inches wide and it's this long. So I'm going to cut it down to about 2 feet long this way. And then I'm going to fold it in half basically to make my number plate. Did you steal my grinder? Are you sure you don't have it? Dude, I genuinely can't find my grinder anywhere. I don't know where it is. Never mind, I found it. I really need to clean this shop. It has turned into such a pigsty this winter. I just haven't had time or the will to clean it, but it's really bad, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that I'm allowing you to see how messy my shop is currently. Don't think that I'm a pig. I really hate what's going on here. Look at that. I got it all bent up, and I painted the inside oil rubbed bronze. I don't know what color that's supposed to be. You thought I was going to say black. I don't have any black. I happen to have a can of oil rubbed bronze for some reason. It looks black, but it's not. It's brown. It's very black, but it's also brown. Now I just got to figure out where to put it on the roof of the car, because that's the only thing that's in the rules. It's just got to be on the roof of the car. So I'm probably just going to throw it up there, and wherever it lands, that's where I'm going to put it. Why won't they go in? There it is. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is absolutely pouring rain outside. And every time it rains, I get this problem. Look at that. I got water coming into my shop underneath the door over here and over there. Really need to do something about that. But the wife just called me and says that I forgot to do some of my chores today. So I gotta go outside in the pouring rain and spread grass seed everywhere. I'm gonna call this a honeydew intermission. Now that we have all that stuff done, our, moderately tacky shark fin looking thing, and as for the last video, the trunk is all done, I think it'd be a good time to weld the sucker shut. Now our first order of business, because we're welding the trunk shut, is I gotta take these lift cylinders off because as per the rules, I can't have these, and I wanted to show that I'm taking them off. And also, I want them. I don't know what I'll use them for, but I'm going to keep them forever because I'm a hoarder. To weld the trunk shut, I've got a bunch of these. I believe that they are blades for an edger trimmer thing. There was a bunch of them laying around when I bought this house, and I've been using them for all sorts of stuff. Shims. Mostly shims. But today I'm going to use them to weld my trunk shut. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to use one on each side of the trunk at the top. So I'm going to put it about here-ish. And just mark out where this sucker goes. Right about there seems just fine. I don't know why not. But I think I'm just going to use 3 of these to hold the trunk shut. Just 1 on each side and 1 at the very front. That ought to be good enough. It's really not going to add anything to the structure of the car. And it'll be a lot easier to cut off if I only have 3 plates I have to cut. I don't know why I would need to get in the trunk. I don't really have a reason to. But I'm going to make it easier just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out the other 2. Get all this paint taken off. And then we'll weld these suckers on. It's pretty secure now. Not going anywhere. But to finish off this thing, according to the rules of Trash Car, I have to cut an inspection hole in the trunk to make sure that they can inspect it. So I can't decide, do I cut a square hole in the lid of the trunk, or do I use this bad boy, which is kind of a scary idea, and, you know, plop a round hole in the back side of this thing. I don't really want to cut a hole in the top. I'd rather cut it in the back. For what reason, I don't know. But that's where I want it. I'd like to put it like here. Seems reasonable. But is this plus really strong drill going to take my arm off? There's a chance. And if I start cutting with this, I'm going to have to keep cutting with this. Guess I can just make a square hole after this doesn't work. Yeah. We'll give this a try. Who knows? It'll probably be funny. Well, cross your fingers. Ah! Ow! Oh! Oh, God. I did it! Hello! You know what time it is. And that feels pretty good. We're coming down to the wire on things to do on the inside of the car before we can weld all the doors shut, and one of those things is I have decided I want to fill in this gap here with a piece of sheet metal, and it doesn't really serve a purpose other than it gives me a safe place to step when I climb in the car. I'm normally going to be going in and out of the car through the windshield, so I would like a safe place to step, and typically at trash car races there's a lot of mud, and mud and bare steel don't really jive too good. So I'm going to make a piece that goes in here. And to do that, I have this very weathered piece of cardboard that has obviously been out in the rain for I don't remember how long, but I found it. I'm going to work with what I got. Now, like I said, this is definitely not necessary, but something that I would really like to have. You know, I can step right here when I get into the car, and then I'm not worried about my foot sliding in here and then twisting my ankle and then ah! Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna set this about moderately where I think this piece is gonna go. Right about there-ish. Then I'm gonna tape it. I'm gonna tape it in place so that it doesn't move. One potato. 2 potato. I can't believe I'm even using the good tape on this, but I need this to work. Because this is my version of a CAD drawing. And just go along the edge that you need to follow with a hammer. And that's where I need to cut it. And once you've done that, get your sharpest knife that you have, and then cut toward your vital organs. Obviously this is very accurate. It's gonna work just fine. I really could have found a Better piece of cardboard, I think. Ow! Nah, just kidding. Roaming around out in my junkyard, I have found yet another lovely piece of sheet metal. It's in perfect condition. Absolutely ripe for metal fabrication. It's aged like a fine wine. Now I'm just going to... Oh no, did I do it wrong already? Nope, I'm good. Look at that. I don't even have to clean it up or anything. On the upside, at least the piece of sheet metal that I decided to use is nice and flat. Looky there. I got it done. Doesn't it look so much better than the giant hole that was right here before with all of the AC crap underneath it? It just streamlines the whole package so much better. And now I have someplace safe to get in and out of the car with. I can use this as a step to get in and out. It'll make me feel much better about it. There's legitimately nothing in the rules that says I can't do this. I'm not trying to cheat. This will not stiffen up the car at all. It's a flat piece of sheet metal. It's flimsy. Like, I can push on it and it moves. There's no braces underneath it that I tried to hide. You can see it all in the time-lapse video. There is no way that this will help out the car in any way, shape, or form. It just looks better, and now I have a step to get in and out. Okay? Okay. Oh, that got real serious there for a second, didn't it? I'm sorry if I over-explained that. I'm making myself laugh. I'm sorry if that was a little bit too serious there for a second, and I'm sorry if I over-explained that. I just want my feller. Oh my gosh. Oh. I just want my fellow drivers to know that I'm not trying to cheat. Obviously, I'm not trying to cheat. It's up on YouTube. Everybody can see it. I'm being as transparent as possible. I read the rules very thoroughly. There's nothing in the rules that says I can't do this to my car. I just wanted to cover up the giant gaping hole that was in my dashboard because it's embarrassing and it was ugly. And I had to take the plastic dash out anyway because I know myself and I was going to break it at some point, and then I would just end up doing the same thing I already did. And you know what? Now I have a safe way to get in and out of my car, and I feel like that's okay. I don't feel like I've done anything wrong, and if you disagree, then that's totally okay. Let me know in the comments, and we'll hash it out. I have nothing against positive criticism. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I think it's time to put in the windshield bar. According to the rules of Trash Car, I have to have one vertical bar in where the windshield would be for safety reasons. Okay, now I just need to figure out how to measure center of this thing because I do care that it's in the middle because I'm a little tiny bit OCD. And if it's not at least really, really close, I'm going to be upset with myself. Well, that doesn't work because that's not... See, I can measure the top. No, I can't measure the top because it overhangs. And then, can I do it from here? No, because that gets in the way. How are you supposed to measure something when nothing is straight? Somebody tell me! I think I figured it out. I'm going to cheat and walk back and forth about 100,000 times. If I go to there, how do I? Okay. Go right to there, 26 and 5/8. Now if I run over to this side, excuse me. Now if I run over to this side, you go like that. We're at about 26. But did I measure from the same spot? I don't know. Right there. Now if I come back over this way. Now if I measure up here. Pardon me. That's not even close. Pardon me, ma'am. So sorry. Just one more time. Ta-da! And now through the magic that is editing, you will get to see that I have made it fit absolutely perfectly. You see? Fits just fine. Fits perfectly. There's no need to get any closer. It's perfectly fine. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm assuming that if you made it this far, you probably thought that I was going to set this car on fire at some point, and I kinda did, but probably not as much as you were hoping. Despite the disappointment, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, I'd be forever in your debt. And if not, then I haven't earned it and we're not friends yet, but I'd love to change your mind in the future. There's always more room for more fire. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.